We're doing cleansing the cards first. Hi, Kyron, Thea, hey, Nelly. Hit the like button when y'all come in, please, my loves. Thank you. Bit close, isn't it? Fast. Happy 7 year. See the title. What's your thoughts? Because your spirit is listening, passing it on to everybody else. It's Shanabanita. Hey, Kai. Got a bunch of cards here. Just don't know which ones I'm using, so I'll just cleanse everything. Happy 7 year. Because you already know it's not the new year. So you don't have to worry about setting intentions and New Year's resolutions and all of that jazz, because that's actually going to piss you off from the jump. Have you noticed, before you knew what you knew, if you set a New Year's resolution, by February it's finished. And then you're disappointed with yourself and all of the things. So, it's not the time. Maybe ain't trying to anyway. Anything, obviously, we're aware that there's a shift in energy. So we're out of the 6 year into this 7 year that works with the energy of obviously the number 7. So really close. Every time I go to shuffle, I'm just like, raw, head's big. Yeah, so 7 is very important for everybody to watch their thoughts. Stay accountable for the things that, because love. I just had to listen. She's chin, chin, she's matching. She's matching. So, and I think she's happy. She feels happy. And I think she's happy. She feels happy. So yeah, it's a lot. We have to. Life is a seesaw. There's ups and downs, there's highs. That's any of it anymore. We're not attached to our vessels. We're not attached to them. That's a very important one. Thank you, music. Outside validation is a very, very important one, where we're so used to casting out our egos for outside validation, including me. Like, am I lying? No, like, I'm in it with you. So all this ego casting that we do on social media, looking for outside validation, we say we don't, but we do. And that's going to be coming to, that's going to be not so intense. I got the download earlier, or the message or whatever, and it said, don't overexpose yourself. And I was like, how am I going to tell them not to overexpose themselves on social media? And there I go, overexposing myself at any given time. But they're like, no, you're not going to either. So I was like, oh, so it's a thing, yeah? And I feel like as well, I don't think it's a thing where it's going to be a choice. We're going to have to learn to rely less on social media for ego casting. If you have something to contribute to the collective, that's one thing. But if you're just out there showing people where you at, or selfies, or your dinner, there's going to be less of that. There's going to be less, or less tolerance of it. Do you get? Or you're not even going to feel the need to want to. This is what I'm being told right now as I'm speaking to you, because I'm like, we'll see, because new year, new me. But people don't understand it's not new year, so it's not going to be a new me until at least around March time, springtime. But not to say that always a good time to start a new habit, and we've become habitually addicted to social media in one way or another. Some people might be here saying, oh no, not me, I hardly ever post, like I'm hardly on Facebook or IG or Twitter or whatever. Love a YouTube though, innit? Love a YouTube though, innit? So I don't think it's only because then we're addicted to not only our own ego casting, we're addicted to the ego casting of others, and we like to watch them. So it's become, remember it, 2019, end of 2019, beginning of 2020, when we was trying to show you like celebrities dead, yo, stop watching these people. It's become, you know, it's become a thing where people have assigned themselves that type of celebrity like status, and always feel obligated to show up for their fans or followers or whatever you want to call it. And this is draining on the person who's ego casting, and it's also draining on the person who is absorbing that, who is eating that. Do you get? So I'm just saying, there'll be some type of restriction on that as well. But you'll have other things to do because you'll be revisiting and remixing old passions. Does that make sense? So you'll be returning back to things that you may going to be doing. Obviously, type of confidence. We're here for the 1-1 portal, which adds up to a universal 9-day, which is endings, which is correct, which is, you know, this is a time to release some things, to let go of some things, to transform some things. So the night before last, I had a dream about a salamander. Now I've always told you, lot, a salamander is that character that turns up on on the the 2 of cups, you know, the winged lion head. I've always told you that that's a salamander. Don't listen to us, blood, because most of the time, sometimes we don't know what we're like. Because most of the time, sometimes we don't know what we're talking about. we're just hit. We're talking about that. we're just hit. That's not a salamander. That's not a salamander. That's actually called, what's it called again? Oh God, it's gonna come back to me. But what a salamander actually is, like, I had to draw this thing because I really didn't know. I knew it was an amphibian, but I didn't know that that was a salamander, if that makes sense. Okay, boom, let me tell you the dream. So it's a bit gross, so if you're eating or anything, you know. So I had like a blackhead on my thigh here, and like something brushed it and the blackhead started to come out, but then it was like, it was just dangling out like a long stream of something. It was a bit gross. Um, and so I squeezed it and then I pulled it, and what came out was this salamander about this big, and the hole was only small, but it came out like this big. And obviously I've dropped this slimy thing because I don't know what the fuck it is, and it's ran out the door, but I've chased it. I've like looked like it's got legs, so it looks like a big-headed fish with a weird tail, and but it's got legs like not like a frog, more like a lizard. And yeah, so I drew this thing. Hey Felicia. So I drew this thing in my diary or whatever, and I left it because I was just like, I don't know, I just left it. I didn't investigate. So anyway, this rising, when I got up, I was just like, this thing was bugging me. I was like, let me see what let me type in amphibian. So I typed in dreaming of an amphibian, and boom, that picture came straight up of this creature. I was like, I knew I'd seen it before, but then I didn't know that it was called a salamander, Taras. So I screenshotted Oh, I love that the cat loves the music, Rara. It's really nice. It's some sound bowls and some other things. It's just nice and calming. Anyway, let me show you. So, oh no, this is not a good picture of a salamander. I didn't screenshot the picture. Oh no, I did. So look, this is a salamander, you lot. This is exactly what I pulled out of my leg. And here's the message. It says, living purely with a connection to the earth is all that is asked of you at this time, from the salamander. Yeah? And then I also looked for other meanings of this, seeing this thing in a dream. And it said, occasionally the salamander meaning is a message about the need for detoxification. Further, there is something in your life that is poisoning your system. Thus, you need to address this, and cleansing is necessary on all levels. First of all, and share that because I was just like, listen. That's why I'm talking about the social media cleanse. It's really hard for me now these days to talk about like body cleansing. Oh, I love that, Rara, Auntie Rara. I love it more. Um, I definitely feel like me talking to you about body cleansing is becoming harder and harder because every time I talk to you lot about it, I don't necessarily do it. And over on Patreon, I started talking about my eating disorder, which is basically I can binge eat and then starve myself for a long time and then binge eat again and go back to normal, and it's very weird, but it's something that I've been like this since as long as I can remember. I cannot tell you a time where I ate properly. So but now that I've started to share and talk about this thing, because you lot see my weight fluctuating up and down, you lot see it, you do, you already know you do. And for a long time I had it under control, and I managed to steady my weight. But then this year, last year, the drag of the retrograde of Pluto last year set that in motion again. So it's something that I'm dealing with again. But as I'm now sharing it, this is another thing that the salamander show you. Let me show you. It also said, when you have a salamander dream, it symbolizes your ability to survive through shame. So I'm having less shame over it. You get me? Misfortune and mistakes. In other words, you will endure through any adversity. Alternatively, the dream could be pointing out your ability to resist temptation. So that's another thing as well. Some of y'all will be working through things because you're no longer ashamed of what the thing is. So you'll be able to speak about it. You'll be able to let friends and family know that you're going through a thing, and for them to be able to support you through it rather than sometimes enable you. As I know that a lot of my close people have enabled me to have this way of being, and then also shutting things down, me just shutting it down, being like, just leave me alone. Like I this is how I eat. I graze. People are like, have you eaten? Don't watch me. Don't watch me. So I've been very defensive and aggressive over the years towards the way that I eat. So to cleanse, the first thing before I can cleanse my body, I have to cleanse my mind. Everything is all is mind, right? So there's a full cleansing, and I feel like as well social media, just even though that didn't come in my ear, I could never blame social media for any ways of my beings because I was how I was before it came in. But for some it's still a heavy influence. For like my daughter's generation, this is such a heavy influence on how people move, according to how people are moving on social media. So There's a cleanse of the mind, there's a cleanse of the body, and there has to be a cleanse of the soul in this 7 year, because everything that we focus on for too long will be a thing. So we have to be very, very, very clear and disciplined about what it is that we're focusing on in these times. Hi, Shima Renee Scott, girl. What else do I want to say? So, Salamander also represents adaptability and transformation. It's very similar to the butterfly in that sense, because it's something that is born in the water, salamander, and then adapts and learns to breathe on land. Done know I've seen the film in it. Done seen the Avatar 2, and I felt like there was so much confirmation about some of the things I was saying about, the stolen ones from Africa. Hey, Queen. The stolen ones from Africa, and how when they were thrown over in the ships, some of them did not die because they knew how to breathe and bring their heart rate down to make them look like they were dead, thrown overboard and adapted to the water. And these movies too now, Wakanda, and now this Avatar 2, and now we're just waiting on Little Mermaid. Yeah, get me. And they're telling us that there is some adaptation in Avatar 2. They were very clear to tell us that water is all around us. We breathe water. Everything, we are water. It's all around us. It's with us when we are born. It's with us when we are finished here on this earth. So I mean, I was really emotional in the movie. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm like that. But from what I can remember, I see that you can adapt. These people were from the bush and they knew the forest, but then they had to learn to adapt to the water. They had to learn to steady their breathing. They had to learn to steady their motions. And there were also things in the water that assisted them. Listen to me. So transformation, adaptability in this 7 year, and I feel like as well, water represents emotions. Water represents our subconscious mind. So that's why again I'm telling you to become much more disciplined in your thought patterns, in the things, in your belief systems. This is the, in my opinion, that's all. In my opinion, I feel like everything comes in threes. So we've had 2020, 2021, 2022 year of absolute madness. So we have the 3 years set. This year now, I feel like is the end of a new set of three. So this is the first year of real adaptability into what we have learned to be a new age, a new world, a new dimension, whatever the new is for you. I feel like this is the first year of adaptability, of learning seven, like trusting everything that seven represents. And for those of you that have had your 7 year, for those that have had your 7 year in your own personal birthdays or whatever, then you know what the 7 year is. You know that seven represents isolation, seven represents recollaboration, reassessment. It's like one big retrograde is a seven. So that you've got time to reevaluate, look over everything that you've learned, and maybe test it out a little bit more here and there. And then I feel like as we go into the 8th year, that is really going to show us what life is really going to be like for those of us that are choosing ascension at this time. What else? Can I big up Divine Masculine Energy, please? And just, that's how I am with it right now. It's just smitten me, and it just sweetened me the whole time. I'm just smitten, man, because I knew that at some point we would see much more evidence of the ascension of the masculine energy, not only outside but within ourselves, but the masculine energies are doing, I think I read it a few months back, I don't remember when, where I said that the divine masculine energy is going to be delivering information in a way that kind of looks like the feminine, the way, because you know we've been downloading for 100 years, but the masculine is definitely going to be researching and coming with the facts, but in their delivery, it's coming true like a download. Get me? So it's got the same energy. Let me big up, first of all, Black Magic 363, always and always, because listen, I like I say, you lot already know, I catch a lecture 2 or 3 times a week because this guy's on fire. So yesterday I caught a lecture with Billy Carson, and they were talking about the devil and the devil and God. What's the devil and what is God? I was screaming in my bathtub yesterday, screaming. I knew it! I fucking knew. So this whole Enil and Enki energy, Enil being the Yahweh energy, Enki being the devil energy, it's in reverse, my G's, and I knew it. I knew it. That's why I was so confused. I was like, I feel like we've made a deal with the devil or whatever. This is why I was so confused and a little bit scared, I won't lie. But Billy Carson just confirmed everything from his decades of research, going over various sacred tablets and texts and comparing and contrasting. This is when we're talking decades of research, this guy, and he's coming and saying, look, Enki's not the bad guy, it's Enil, the Yahweh. That's the bad guy. And then when you really look at the Abrahamic religions and really look at them, you already know. I mean, I'm not here to drag anything or anyone, but I'm just here to say I knew Enki weren't the bad energy, and this is why this is why they keep showing us some kind of alternative perception of this Enki energy. Alright, Shona Banita. Love seeing your face too. So yeah, hit the like button when y'all come in, please, my loves. So yeah, that you lot can watch that lecture with Billy Carson, Black Magic 363, about the Enil and Enki energy, and the fact that neither one of them are gods, neither one of them they've just assigned themselves. They're just higher beings with a higher intelligence than what we could comprehend at any given time. At that time, I should say. But neither one of them have any power over us without our permission. That's the facts of it all. So there's that part. In the 7 year, we have to trust a guided lifestyle. So, hey, Dose of Q, happy 7 year. I'm loving how we're finding an alternative to say anything but Happy New Year, because we know it ain't. So we're being asked to live a more guided lifestyle, trusting the flow of things, not being so rigid in the planning of things. Yeah, so that is something that the 7 year is going to really encourage. Is a guided year. Exactly, it's the chariot year. Yes, it is. Thank you for reminding me, baby. Yes, it is the chariot card in tarot. So things are gonna you have to have a level of control and discipline to guide and to move the chariot, which moves at breakneck speed. Excuse me, guys. Yes. So yeah, we are being asked to trust our intuition over everything. Really, really trust our intuition. And for those, even if you don't want to come to book club, hey Glow within 555. Those of you that don't want to come to book club on Patreon, please still get the book Women Who Run with the Wolves by Clarissa Pincola Estes. That's how much we're doing the book, yeah, because I just remember that, because you already know I'm terrible with names. So please get you that book, especially for, I think everybody should read that, man, woman and child, just to get a really clear understanding of the nature of intuition and its importance and what can actually happen to an individual if that is lost. um, well, that's amazing, but take your time, especially coming off meat, the addiction, as soon, because it's been such a long standing thing. Try not to cold turkey and wean yourself off gradually. You know, it's okay to maybe use some of those substitute meaty things, but don't get, those are addictive too. So I would say wean yourself off slowly so that you can have a long-standing, successful outcome when it comes. I know, I've realised that my Patreon can't be searched, but my daughter's coming tomorrow, guys, for the night. So we're gonna go through all of the bits and the pieces, and then by the next day, by the 3rd of January, the Patreon will be available to see. I just don't know. I mean, I set it up myself, so you already know there's gonna be glitches. But it's doing well. When you lot get there, there's so much. Isn't it a great book, Letty? There's so much content. I've been consistent and I've been busy. So I'm so excited for you guys to join Patreon and see how me are going over there. But yeah. So yeah, living a life of intuition, trusting the intuitive aspect of ourselves, trusting that to guide our steps. And that's what I'm saying as well, not feeling so obligated for outside validation. In this 7 year, we have to become very, very disciplined and trust our own intuition and our own insight, our own downloads. And it's okay to, you know, listen to other people's opinions, but again, and downloads and what have you, but again, just be very clear that yours are just as important and just as whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't downplay the stuff you get for yourselves just because you're not coming and telling the world about it. Don't downplay it, because I remember when I was getting downloads about all kinds of things about these times here 5, 7, 9 years ago, and not really trusting, not really like thinking I was fucking going mad, if I'm honest. But here we are, and I can look back on journals and even remember certain things that said that have blatantly played out in these times, and that's long before any of this came into my life. Tarot, intuition, all of these things, but we were born with it. It's always been with us, but it's for us to reclaim it. Telepathy is a real life thing as well. I had a client come and tell me the other day that I said to him, yeah, like, I'll see you around, whatever, because we live near to each other. And he's gone to me, anyway, you already know the telepathy's real. I'm like, for real though? It really is, with all people, all things, all people, especially with the animals as well. You already know telepathy, and with babies, you've had telepathy. So don't act like you don't know what it is and how it works. You do. And this is, again, this 7 year is going to be encouraging. Speak up for yourself, learn to say no, and no thank you, and that you don't want to do it. If you don't want to do it and you don't want to, and it's no. Just say that. Just say that now. What else? Yeah, I've said it all. I've said it all. I've said all of the notes. Let's get into the cards. Let's get into prayer, guys. Our divine Mother and Father who live within us, hallowed be thy name, our freedom come, your will be done on earth as it is within us. Give us this day our daily breath, and forgive us our trespasses against ourselves and others, as we forgive those who trespass against us and themselves, through all lifetimes, timelines, and levels of consciousness. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the absence of love. For we are the kingdom, we are the power. Divided we are weak, united we are strong, and to you, the Almighty, we give all of the glory forever and ever. Duanete. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done. So it is, and so it will be. Ashe. I invite my ancestors, my guides, my angels, my Orisha, my guardians of the sea, of the air, of the earth into this reading to give the collective a clear, precise message about what this 1-1 portal is in this new 7 year. That's it. That's it. I also want to talk about your crowns. Obviously, the 7th chakra is the crown chakra. So we want to be covering our crowns more, especially if we're around, if we're in company that we hey mate, 1984 fiction again, girl. I went in the pockets. Thank you, amazing, thank you. Some of us, if we are around energies that we don't know or trust, or cover your heads. Cover your heads, whether you wear a hoodie or a head wrap or whatever. A wig will do. If you're not feeling like that you want to be doing all day, just get you a wig, but cover your heads, y'all, as much as you can in this 7 year. I'm feeling like that's a thing. Even me, like when I was putting my hair together today and I was coming online, I almost put like another cloth over my head just to further protect myself, but I didn't. So yeah. So yes, guys, that's all I want to say about the 7s. Where are we starting? We are starting with the psychic. No, we're not. Let's not start with the psychic tarot of the heart. My God. Let's start with the making magic oracle. Should we say that's the card? Yeah, listen. I saw that in one of you lot's name, 555. 555. Manifesting money and income. This is thoughts. This is you thinking. Guys, come on, man. I'm going to read it though. I haven't read it for a long time. But I know it's a good one. It's a good one. Trinker 5. It's called Trinker 5 because I'm looking at, I don't know what I'm looking for. I don't know what I think it's called. 69. Trinker. Triple Trinker. If you draw, I'm not going to go into the symbology history because it's long. Divination. If you draw this symbol after shuffling the cards, take it as a permission slip to treat yourself to something you wouldn't normally let yourself afford, and notice how that makes you feel. The Trinker 5 symbol is designed to create positive beliefs around deserving money. Manifest your dreams. Employ this symbol to attract small windfalls and specific sums of money into your life. Place it opposite your front door to begin the flow of wealth into your house. Work with this symbol over 5 days by lighting a candle in front of it each day and picture golden coins flowing into your life. Write down the specific sum you want to manifest and place this near the symbol. Carry the Trinker 5 symbol in your purse or wallet to give any added boost to your everyday wealth. Gratefully receive your bills and place the symbol next to you as you pay them, knowing you will always have the money to enjoy the good things in life. We love it. Screenshot, y'all. Screenshot that. I hope it's coming up the right way. That's your pentacles. Your pentacles. What's the question? I've got the tarot, but I'm just thinking about what the question could be in relation to this Trinker 5, manifesting money and income. I mean, to me it sounds very straightforward, and they've given you instructions on how to work this sigil. You've got the King of Swords. got the King of Swords, which is, again, remember when I was saying, like, say no, and not all opportunities are going to be for you. Not all money offered to you is is for you. I mean, I'll give you an example. Back in the day, yeah, we used to do some really crazy bandulu, yeah, really out of order hustling, yeah, and that money didn't last, first of all, and because it came from other people's suffering, we were suffering, you know. So I'm just telling you, you know, just be very mindful about how you allow your money to come to you, and it's more than okay to say no and cut some things out. There's some of y'all are still running game and still in these streets doing some mad shit just to make a mickle muckle. And I ain't judging you, trust and believe that you already know, but it can't, it's unsustainable. It's unsustainable. Some of you are still working in jobs where you've got somebody moving like this towards you, you know, very stern, very iron fisty. You can see even, it's, look at the little iron fist, you see me? Like this, it's just cold environment, cold boss, no empathy, no compassion for employees, and some of you are really fucking unhappy, and that's stopping your coin as well. Even though you've got a steady income, and that it's still fucking up your coin, because you're the long coin, the coin where you can do magical things, not this struggle coin. Some of you will be confused with some of the options that y'all might have um, that could bring this coin to you. So it's asking you to be very clear about what you want this coin for, and how much you need exactly. Some of you still, I don't want to say it, but it's true. Some of you are still a little bit envious of others for what they have, what they've achieved, how long their coin is. But you have to really question yourself and ask yourself: are you prepared to do the things that those people did to get their coin? Like, are you prepared to put in that work? Are you prepared to take those risks? Are you prepared to invest? You know, like, real talk, real talk. So just be a bit mindful about, this is why, again, social media needs to become a little bit less prominent in our lives, and we need to be more focused on what we're doing, reviving some old passions, especially like in this Mercury retrograde. Is perfect time for it to look over and go over some stuff that, you know, you once was really passionate about, and then just kind of lost interest or were disenchanted over. And then we got the Knight of Pentacles. So whatever's coming towards you, it may be a little bit slow, you know what I mean? You might think, oh my god, I've just seen this reading where I've been told I'm gonna get like coin and this and that, but you, like, just be a little bit patient. Just be patient, because it's a slow moving coin, and with a slow moving coin you've got a long coin. You get me? Some of you could have been really ploughing energy into some projects or what have you, some started off some new shit, and it's not really giving, it's not really doing what you expected it to do. But you have to have patience, and you also have to do your part as well. And like I said, be stern, be able to cut some things off and out, so that you've got more room and time to do what it is that you need to do in order to secure your coin. That was a nice start, a nice opening start. Now we're going to be believing your own magic, looking to believe in your own magic. So look, the throne, the potential is endless, you see. The potential is endless, and these are all of the aspects of yourself just chilling. And you can see the fish lady, the adaptability. Remember we talked about it. You know, we talked about being able to turn up and be present in all spaces, being able to adapt and be all that you are. It's another 9, so 45, it's a 9. Be all that you are wherever you are. You know, being able to adapt and fit in everywhere and anywhere. Like I said, this is not the year to try to be liked. This is a year to be be sure of yourself, be confident in your own being. This is the year of it. This is the first year of it. Look at the bottom of the deck. We've got spaceship, and look where the spaceship. How you can tell me it's a spaceship and y'all are underwater? Already told you, lot. This whole water thing is a theme. This whole water thing is such a massive theme, and I feel like many of us can't smoke properly anymore because we are being asked to strengthen our lungs. Some of y'all, we need to get into this CMOS thing and get into, smoking. Get off the tobacco. It's easy. Get off the tobacco. Just tell yourself you're not fucking doing that no more, and find alternatives. There's so many alternatives, from mullein to sage and peppermint, rose petals. Most herbs you can smoke and still be able to get the same enjoyment as you were getting from tobacco without the chemicals. So if this spaceship is underwater, blood, because even the spaceship is underwater. No, nothing here is in the sky. Even though, because look at the proximity. Look at the proximity. Saturn's in the water. The spaceship's in the water, and there's vibration and music. Wherever there's vibration, there is movement. There is creation. Let's go to the fairy tarot for that. Your potential is endless. I mean, it really, really is. If this is a cycle of another 3, the 3s, boy. So the 3 turmoil, because they can't come, even though, guys, March, around about the same time, around about like by the 22nd of March this year, all the planets are going to be in similar positions as they were in 2020 when they kicked off the whole lurgy. So, but obviously the people are much more clued up and not so sleep as they was before. So things will be able to be seen much more quicker. People are not going to be going for a lot of things. If you can imagine them trying to pull another, what they did in 2020 on the 22nd of March, if you see them trying to do that again this year, we're going to be like, really? I've got a brother, yeah, he's a rapper. His name is Too Badder, and he's spitting a little New Year something, and he said, first of all, he had me crying because he was talking about my brother Skibbity, and then he then spoke about how Putin ended COVID in a day. Since Putin been dropping the bombs, yeah, or whatever he's been doing, what's been going on with that other, with the lurgy? So there's that part. Anyway, we got the 5 of spring, 5 of wands, petty conflict. We got opposing goals arising from differentiating opinions, feeling at odds with yourself or others, overly ambitious people. So sky's the limit. You can be at odds with yourself in this flood of doubt, feeling that you're not worthy, feeling that you're not good enough. That this sigil was letting you know that some of you need to really get into the mindset that money is not scarce. Money is not out of reach. Money is not something that doesn't accumulate in your space. What's the mantra? I am happy and grateful for multiple streams of income now in my life that not only cover all of my needs but also help and serve others. Ashe. Big up Bob Proctor. Big up, Bob. Sacred Tarot of the Heart, yeah, is one. It's a deck. I love the deck, but I can never work out what the things are. Book don't have an index, but I'm hoping to pull a chakra from here because it's got chakras in here. That's why I drew for it today. Because it's been a while. This is an egg. Oh, I got chakra! Yes! Yes! So I don't need to kill myself. Wonderful. 2. It's a 1-1. What's that? 2 right now in the sacral. Gut health. Detox. Creation. Creativity. Where is that? Creativity. Anything you can conceive. Anything you could perceive, you can conceive. You can give birth to anything that you perceive. Remember when you was a child and could do that? So it's no different right now. So the energy of this 1-1 portal is a 2, which is the sacral chakra, which is really asking us to again also release. You know, if you're finding it difficult to create, if you find that your libido is low, if you're finding that you're uninspired, this is all indications that it's time to detox, and especially over these holidays where people have, you know, maybe over exerted themselves and taken some things in excess. This is a perfect time to release these toxins and these things from the body, but also from the mind and the soul. You know, like I said to you, I feel like this social media detox is going to be a vibe. It's going to be a thing. This scrolling. Oh, what are we looking for? What are we looking for? Okay, let's get the rotation back in. Let's go back to Making Magic Oracle. Spirit. Feel it in my spirit. Told you. What did I say to you? What's your thoughts? Because what is listening? Your spirit is listening. Heavenly assistance from your angels and guides. So they are listening to you diligently. They are absolutely tired of your bullshit. So they're going to be giving you exactly what it is that you want. They're not going to be trying to persuade you not to, or you know, they're just going to let you make the mistakes because it's okay, you know, you always come back from them, but they're just going to be letting you know. But you have to be very clear. You have to be trusting your own intuition, your own instincts as to what your next moves are going to be in this final quarter of the year, because you understand it is the final quarter of the year. So as we are, you know, resting from a very, very energetic beginning of the year, from March till now, we are being given the opportunity to really, you know, rest, reevaluate in this 7-year, you know, in this entire year. And I'm not saying that means you're going to be idle doing nothing. You are going to be completely revisiting the things that give you passion. And you know, when you are doing something that's passionate, or you're with people that you feel passionately about, what is time? What is time? Goes like, which time, obviously, as you can feel, as you know, is just either, you know, it's non-existent at this point. It's non-existent at this point. I'm really going to be becoming like Prince, you know. I'm going to just stop celebrating my birthday until I forget how old I am. I'm just going to stop. This might be the last year. I'm lying, because I'm like, no, I want a 50th birthday party, man. I really, really do. And I think once I'm 50, I'm going to stop having birthdays, because it doesn't make sense. Time doesn't make sense. And as Prince said, you only was born once here. So why do we keep celebrating that one time you were here? Like, and it's telling the universe that you are getting old, and you know, you might not feel it, you might not look it, you might not, you get me, you might not vibes with that. You might not vibes with that. Because this is my granny, yeah, my step granny, and she's about, she must be about in her 70s in this picture. My mum don't look like that in her 70s. Mama's fly when I tell you. And I know that I'm going to be flyer in my 70s, and I know that my daughter's going to be flyer than me in her 70s. So it's like, I'm going to stop playing the game, I'm going to stop it. I think I am. So where was I? Let's get a clarifier. For the spirit, heavenly assistance for your guide and angels. In what area particularly? What area particularly? Talk to us. Give us a word. Talk to us. Okay, I like it. In our queen, first of all. Because we've been working diligently. Nine of Pentacles. Come on. We've been working very, very diligently. And money is not scarce. It is, look how abundant her environment is. You get me? Look how she just looks. Because you've been putting in that work. It's going to pay off. It's going to pay off. And then we've got the Knight of Cups, which is another slow moving knight. You know what I mean? For your emotions to for your mind, for your emotions to catch up with the reality that money is not scarce, that you are abundant, that you deserve all the things that you want. For you to really catch up and believe that, it might take some practice and some discipline, but it's the very ingredient of really believing and feeling that you are deserving of the abundance that is owed to you, because it is your birthright. It's your birthright. How can we be the only creatures on the earth paying? Acha. Get me? So, in order for us to really live in abundance here on this planet, first of all, just like the Salamander says, we need to integrate ourselves. What was it? It didn't say integrate, did it? Oh, my phone is hot blood. Phone is very, very hot. It said, living purely with a connection to the earth is all that is asked of you at this time. Not too much is being asked of you at this time. Sit back. Big up Aboriginals. Sundress, do it for you. Don't want money to impress others, to flex on others, to show people that that you've made it somehow and that you are successful. Do it for you. Do it for your own gratification. Don't look for this outside validation of your own successes. And like I said, this success, because there's a lot of pentacles on the board, I'm thinking of this earth energy blood. So this success isn't necessarily just about coin. It's all about the wealth of the earth, the gems of the earth. Everything is here for us, for our abundance, for our health, for our wealth. It's all there in the earth. Even like when you think about it, earth holds all of the wealth. All of these things that we're talking about. We're talking about coin. Let's talk about gold and silver and diamonds and all of these things. And yes, when we think about these types of things, we do think about people being mistreated, people being exploited. Thank you, In Tune Deep Tarot, for the donation, my love, and happy first 7 day to you too, girl. But I've got one of my clients came in, Papua New Guinea, said he's mining gold. Blood. He's from the ends, and now he goes to Papua New Guinea on the regs to mine gold. Taras. I said, really? What? That's what you do for a living now? You go out and you go and mine gold? He's like, yeah. He's like, he goes, can you look to see how easy that is in Zimbabwe for me, please? I was like, rah, I'm going to look for that myself. Taras. So, channeled Gold and Silver, Year of the Rabbit. Thank you for that channeling. Thank you. That, thank you for that, because I'm starting to feel that as well, because it's very risky. Hey, Baba. It's very risky to jump on these new things that they're trying to peddle us. You know, I know that, I mean, I'm not going to lie, I've got a Bitcoin account, I've got a little bit of Bitcoin. I ain't going to lie to you. I don't know how much is there because I haven't looked in the thing for how long, and I don't know with all everything that's going on if there's even anything left in there, but I did it. But my spirit's still now attached to it. I'd much rather, if I had the opportunity to, you know, invest in something, I would still try to be investing in minerals, you know, golds and silvers and these types of things, as opposed to an invisible coin. But we're gonna have to get used to it, because that's, so I feel like, you know, adaptability is being able to, you know, be a part of all the things, have a seat at all the tables. And these tables you've created for yourself. You're not looking to sit at nobody else's table. You've created the table, you know. But don't be overly ambitious when it comes to these material things. And remember that your wealth lies in the earth. And although, look at these babies, there's a conflict there, but look at what they're fighting with, these flowers. And look at his face. He thinks it's hilarious. He's having a great old time with it all. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not, it really is playful. I know it's not traditional, but it is playful conflict, you know, with the whether it's the aspects or whether it's with self, with others. Hey, Hedva! Hey, girl, is that you, Papa? I never realised. Look. I must have drawn you here with my gift. That's Baba gave me the gift. I hope I'm getting it right, because sometimes I get shit wrong. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Strength card, which is an 11, which is another 1-1. You can see that for yourself, right? Done. So we've got the grace and inner strength needed to overcome challenges. The grace and inner strength. Inner, not outer. Inner strength to overcome challenges. The power of kindness and forgiveness. Time to embrace how wonderful you are. I love it for us. Where do we go next? Psychic Tower of the Heart again. And then we can boogie on out of here. Five of Swords. This is, you don't win. If you battle with yourself, you don't win. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? If you continue to overthink things in this time, you don't win, because the overthinking is not a clear, precise goal and decision. So you're overthinking things. You're afraid to make the move, take the risk, make the change, go to the place, do the thing, and all the time you're thinking about it, but you know, I do nothing. So you don't win, and you don't, you just kind of stuck. You don't see that Excalibur sword in the ground, like you're stuck, blood. You're stuck, and you are King Arthur to draw this sword out. But if you continue to overthink and go around in circles, thinking, da 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 da, you're stuck. You're stuck. And then you've got reach out, which is, I feel like this is the. I don't feel like it's nothing. I'm gonna look. Okay? This book, man, I feel like it wastes my time. Sorry, guys. I don't even got a clue. I just like, what could it even be? I don't know. Okay, it's the Three of Pentacles. More pentacles, more earth energy in this thing. You get me? So really, earth is a theme in the 7 year, learning to adapt and to really honor and respect and become a part of. I mean, it's been a theme for a couple years now, but this is, like I said, this is the first year where you're really going to have to exercise that. So so the three of coins, Three of Pentacles is coming together. It's collaborations. Some of y'all don't even know how to collaborate, man. You're just so used to either working for somebody else or doing shit by yourself. But this is the year of it, man. Ask for help. Like I said, be honest about things that you may have been ashamed about in the past. speaking on things that may have caused you discomfort. Also, the earth signs will be retrograding this year. Thank you, Letty the Gypsy. Thank you, girl. Um, so yeah, guys. This is also remembering that you are the teacher, you are the student, and you are the inspiration. You are all of the things. So just remember, and I love this depiction. Isn't it amazing? It's really, really cute. I like it a lot. So, oh, thank you, Glow Within 555 for the donation, girl. Thank you. Um, so yeah, guys, this is really a time to trust yourself to make the right decisions, to go with the right collaborations. And like I said, not all of the opportunities are going to be for you, but it's for you to use your discernment, for you to use your instincts and your intuition to truly set you in the right direction when it comes to collaborations and working with others, and just life in general. Trusting your intuition to really guide you through this final quarter of our year. But in this new 7 energy, this is the vibe, this is the flow, this is how to do it. Yes, Victoria One. Yes, girl. We are going to wrap this up by. Have I done this, the full circle? I have. We're going to wrap this up by. And hold on, let's have a look at the bottom of this deck. We've got the Queen of Swords, so we've got counterparts out here. We've got counterparts. Queen of Swords, strong, patient, self-sufficient, funny. Let go of people and things that no longer serve you. Now is the time to focus on your career, unmarried or divorced individuals. You hear me now? Now is the time to focus on these things. We haven't really got much lovey-dovey energy in this reading, but I guess in this final quarter of our year, we are focused on, like I said, re-evaluation, revisiting passions, things that we may have let slip or go by the wayside, or may have been disenchanted with in the past. This is really now, especially if it was your thing, man, especially if that was your niche, if that was your thing, but for whatever reason you just kind of slipped out of it and never return. Hey, Emma, yeah, girl, look at you, magical, coming in. 111, magical. The angels, yeah, girl. Gonna pull one soulful woman. No, they said 2. So self-renewal, because we knew that, because it really said that right at the beginning. Self-renewal 2, because this 1-1 portal is giving 2 energy. As I clean out old energies, I have more space for that which wants to be birthed into my life. Hey, Erica. And then we've got, this is beautiful. Isn't this beautiful? These cards, you already know, they're from my Sophia. And then we got in the flow. When I'm in the flow, magic happens. It's a 29, it's a 9, it's a 9 day. So there you go, guys. Look at these beautiful illustrations. Gorgeous, isn't it? So that is your 1-1 portal, our first portal reading of this 7 year. And I will see you maybe on the 10th. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I'm having a tooth taken out in a couple of days, and I'm going to be even more gappier than I've been. I'm gappy, but it's alright though. It's alright. Still a 10 all time. You already know. And alright, I will see you guys soon, and I wish you a wonderful 7 year as it unfolds and progresses. And remember, you deserve everything that you have It already belongs to you. So please, look at all these 1313s coming up. Guys, please go and claim that. It's you. It's you. And the whole cosmos, the whole, everybody's cheering for you, wishing you the best, and knowing that you've done the work and that you are more than capable of seeing yourself through this 7 years. And I'll be here to support you wherever I can. And like I said, I'm going to leave the link for Patreon tomorrow, because my baby girl's going to come and help me, because I fluffed it a little bit. I love you lot. See ya.